North Korean and Chinese military forces have been advancing deep into the Soviet Union. After capturing a first port, they're on their way to the second one to complete their ultimate objectives. Meanwhile, the Chinese are defending an airfield that is about to be counterattacked yet again by Soviet forces. Hello again, friends and fans. Raptor here. Welcome back. Wargame Red Dragon is the name of the game. Bear versus Dragon. 1979 is the year, and we're going to push through the Soviet blockade here, standing in front of our final objective. If you guys want to see more of this campaign or content or, well, World War II or strategy in general on the channel, then go ahead and hit that like button. Get her up to 1,000 likes to let me know you want to see more. Everyone counts, so thank you very much for your support. We're going to go ahead and defend the airfield here that is very close to our next objective of Nakhodka, and we're going to push through then with a very important asset that we have not yet used. Of course, the North Koreans, as I had mentioned earlier, have MiG-21 PFMs that are armed with KH-66 ATGMs, which are going to be extremely important. Guided missiles that can come in to destroy what is our biggest threat over here. T-80s, T-72s, those are huge. 8 times 8 times 16, they can decimate our forces. But I've got a plan, perhaps, to sneak around the enemy and destroy their commands so we can eliminate all their forces here and send them on a route all the way back to where they came from. All right, well, let's get into the attack here. We're going to be defending at the airfield next. I do have the 19th Tank Regiment ready to go north in the next turn in order to support them. And we did kind of a sloppy battle over here at Dosen't, and I actually am holding quite well and can even reinforce and refit these units, so it's not really a problem. They're exactly where they need to be in order to do that. So it's not a problem at all. Let's get into this battle then. And as you can see on the hill, the enemy, only holds one area since they're attacking. They've got the high ground, it seems. But don't worry, we've got the higher ground with our 8th Attack and 17th Attack Squadrons. North Koreans are going to be fighting this one out primarily. So the North Koreans are doing their own invasion as well. They've only got like a Chinese bomber support, so it's all on them. All right, let's go ahead and launch the battle here and see what we can do. I'm very nervous about this one. They have, in fact, 4 T-72s could probably kill 8 to 12 of our own tanks. So we need to set up a defensive ring around this high ground and then try to sneak in behind the enemy to find their command. They'll send multiple commands at us, so we need to be very mindful of where we put our forces. I'm going to go ahead and put Shimano Ho-2s here. Advanced tanks in a smaller area, so that way we need fewer of them. And then I'm going to also put a couple over here on the flank, so that way they might be able to assist from the river. Meanwhile, let's go ahead and, actually, do they have a, yes, they have a better range as well than our regular tanks. 1925 is the range of the Shimano Hos, which are very, very, very small range. They should be able to deal with a large cluster of units, but we're going to try to set up a nice defensive position here in order to try to lure the Soviets into an attack. And I'm going to send these forces over to the east as soon as they spawn in. All right, let's get rid of this fob here. We're also going to need different commands. Let's get some more affordable commands here so we have points to spend elsewhere rather than the big tanks. Actually, the price is the same. But let's just go ahead and go with these YW701s. I think if we need to flee, they'll be a little bit more effective in getting out of the way. All right, we have our Chinese cluster bombers, as I mentioned, but we also have our ATGM planes, too. So it's going to be all up to the our North Korean comrades. But the biggest key here today is to try to sneak behind the enemy and find out where their command is. So I'm going to try to get some recon behind them. And I'm going to try to get 2 different recon units here. This is the only recon we have, so I'm going to try to sneak it behind the enemy and see if we can eliminate their command. Meanwhile, I can come in with cluster bombers and finish off anything that they have. We're also going to get... Let's get some infantry into the woods. We might be able to stop or slow down Soviet tanks that come down these roads if we blockade the villages and if we blockade the forest. We should be able to slow or stop them completely. Meanwhile, I have an idea here. I have a big plan. I hope that we could possibly, with these PT-76s, if they clear the way, perhaps we can hit the enemy in the flank with a huge amount of tanks. That might be a great way to dislodge or possibly dismember their command. Fantastic. All right, we'll get a little bit more in terms of points so we can call in a cluster bomber and see if we can find that. So my plan is to delay the enemy, hopefully not take huge losses. We will be taking losses no matter what, especially since they have better technology and finding their commands. All right, well, without further ado, let's begin. PT-76s are on their way. And it looks like PT-76s have found T-72As on the right flank. All right, looks like the enemy has a majority of their forces over here, and it looks like the MI2 already knows what our plan is. Look at that. Alright, well, the enemy's already following us, it seems, on that side. Let's get our allies up here to the river. There we are. Well, if the enemy has primarily all their forces on the right side, that means our attack on the left may succeed. PT-76 is here. Let's send them up to this village. Oh, stray laws have been spotted. Oh, and an enemy command has been spotted as well. Let's go ahead and immediately eliminate that command. We do not want enemy forces breaking out of our defense. Wow, we got a lot of points now. Big income. Let's get the rest of those bombers out as we needed. We'll save for a little bit more. Alright, boys, rush into the forest here. Okay, we've only lost a transport so far, nothing big. Excellent, our tanks are cutting them down. T-72A's there. Okay. Alright, PT-76s are moving through the village. And these ones are getting to their position. We just need to buy time, boys. Lots of tanks on this right side. Let's get our Chamana hose in position to help. Another enemy BMP attempting to break out. There's the enemy command. Nope. That's another mobile command. Alright, let's sneak down this road and see what they have. Alright, enemy commands are everywhere. We're trying to blockade these guys. Enemy artillery incoming. Actually, let's get the rest of our tanks up, shall we? We have 8 more tanks coming in. Let's have a main roadblock of their forces. Here comes BMP-2s. Alright, looks like they're attempting to break out elsewhere. Mi-2 right on top of us. Let's blockade the road. PT-76s haven't found anything yet. Let's turn off the guns here. We're now simply on sneaking recon. Crouching Tiger, sneaking recon. That's our new name here. Alright, the enemy forces are really getting pummeled. And so are our tanks. They actually are breaking through here. Just looking for a command. Our tanks have successfully made it into the enemy's defensive line. Enemy BMP there is going to have to get pummeled. PT-76 is coming in from the right flank. The enemies come down here to battle us, but they've totally left their flank exposed. There's an enemy T-72K1. Beautiful. Enemy command eliminated. Now we've got their command fleeing, which means that they're not going to be able to call in any more reinforcements, but of course the AI does get to call out a ton of stuff all at once. That's going to decimate our tank force there. That might be an enemy command. No, that was infantry. Alright, I'm calling in cluster bombers now to deal with that huge force. Oh, PT-76 there getting hit. Alright, we're going to now try to deal with the large cluster there. Could that be a command there? Alright, I lost sight of our units. Let's keep the clusters nearby. Recon has almost found them. Motor Streliki. Where the hell's that command? Alright, let's get ATGMs up. It's got to be over here somewhere. We have made their command flee. We're running out of fuel. We're going on a random bombing run. Enemy supply trucks have been captured. Get out of there, boys. Alright, we need to find... I don't know if the command's in there. Enemy commands have broken out somewhere. There's T-80s. That PT-76 to cover. Alright, main tank forces are here. Let's push in. We'll lose a few aircraft from Biryusas, but this is worth it. T-80s have got to go. Wow, look at all their forces in the woods. Where the hell is that command? We have recon all up inside their defensive line. Alright, we're going to send in the infantry next. It's ridiculous at this point. We should have found all of their infantry and all their tanks. We're going to get everyone out of the transports. Let's push in. We got to clean sweep this area. Wherever their command went, it fled somewhere. Maybe to a different capture point. Maybe somewhere back here. Let's clear out all their forces. Because we have our forces occupying their where they want to put their command, they're not going to recapture. So we're just going to do a clean sweep now. Okay, they got us at Bravo. Artillery coming in from the right side. Not too concerned at our losses now. I just simply want to find their command. We've swept this area from here and then here, and now our forces are here. The command has got to be somewhere here then. Unless they completely fled the area, but that's impossible unless they try to capture Bravo. They can't call in any more forces. Wow, I can't believe we can't identify vehicles as we're parked directly next to them. Alright, well, we've made the enemy flee from their position. Alright, now we have tanks destroying the Biryusas. We have reinforcements flooding in. PT-76s don't see anything moving. Where could their command... The command must have fled to the north or something. Where could it have gone? Maybe over here, somewhere in this tree line? I'm assuming it was over here. It didn't move until we were on this side. Alright, we need to hit those T-80s there. We're going to clean out what's down here. Anti-aircraft. Well, we've essentially won. We just now need to clear out the enemy enemy command. Alright, enemy tanks destroyed and panicking. Good. Oh, wonderful. All of them destroyed. Okay, there's definitely some anti-aircraft down there. T-80s are fleeing. Looks like those forces have gone elsewhere. Where could this be? Wait, what? That was it? Oh, we found it. Where? Oh, it was hiding in front. Absolutely a total victory. Fantastic. All right, enemies lost their all of their commands there. They have nothing left in terms of a command. So they're fleeing all the way back to their initial point there. Fantastic. All right, we're on their heels now. Ooh, all right. That took way too long. So it looks like they pushed forward with their command and not back like they normally would. But we did destroy a lot of stuff. We took a little bit more damage than I wanted to with us working in the back. But all right, that's fantastic. Whew. Okay, let's go ahead and let's see. Is this helicopter going to attack again? Let's see. Yeah, we should be okay to hold that without wasting reinforcement points. Okay, let's go ahead and well, we still have this Air Force, but they're going to have to R&R now, or refit. Okay, let's go ahead and end this turn for now. Actually, we could R&R some of these units, can't we? Or refit, close recon. All right, let's go ahead and refit these units just in case we have to do battle again. There we are. Okay, Chinese are very good to, very easy to reinforce those units. They have tons of men. And as I thought, we'd be doing battle with the helicopter again. So let's go ahead and launch this battle. I was anticipating that. That's why I didn't call in reinforcements, because it's just, we have so many of these shoulder-launched AA and they only have a few helicopters. So I think this is going to be perfect for us. We'll just be able to stealthily engage all their choppers as they try to go on capture more. The enemy is greedy. They always try to capture more and more zones in order to spread. Alright, we're going to put our AA all around. Okay, so let's go ahead and, oh boy, this is interesting. Okay, we have our command over here. We'll put it all the way back at Bravo. Is this a reinforcement point? It is not. Alright, well then we'll just leave it back here, and we'll defend it. Okay, this should be a pretty easy match here. Get more anti-aircraft out around here. Wow, these troops have so many shoulder-launched AA, it's awesome. Okay, let's go ahead and launch the battle. Enemy helicopters should be spotted right away. And there they are. I thought that would actually be the battle, to be honest. Another enemy chopper down, that could be their command there. Nope. Alright, let's wait until most of their choppers are wasted. I'm going to drive straight in now and see if we can find that other command that's parked there. Meanwhile, let's get a few of these forces to engage. Enemy choppers flying right over our attack. Or our defense, rather. Well, an ambush. And let's get that other command chopper there. Oh, the enemy doesn't even stand a chance. We'll probably wipe this out, this force. Looks like they're sneaking around. Actually, I set up all the anti-aircraft we could. Alright, enemy command coming in. I'm trying to get their command to take off and go into our AA net or land and get destroyed. There it is. Okay, we should be able to find that one easily. I don't know if we shot down that chopper over there. There we are. Alright, fantastic. No wasted time on that one at all. Total victory. That should be the destruction of that force. They've lost all their commands. But I guess they're just flying away. Okay, bye. Wow. Alright. Bad news, Major. Our agents confirm the presence of T-80 tanks, Mi-28 helicopters, and even experimental bombers at Calvarovero. The enemy is lining up their best units. We shall overcome. Absolutely. And what do you mean? We've already engaged T-80s. Yeah, we pushed them back. We've already engaged those units. Well, they now have bombers and such, but that's okay. We can call in some air superiority fighters. Alright. And we have only a couple of MiGs left. Interesting. Alright, let's go ahead and get ready for our next attack. So let's see what we have. What's our best fighters? 15 and 10. Multi-roll. Okay, we're 1 point short then, since we've re-upped those forces. Let's see, F7B has, let's see, 3,500 with a 40. And J11 has a 3,500, oh, that's, yeah, 3,500 with a 30. Okay, well, we'll go for the more expensive North Korean planes. I believe this is it here, the F7Bs, yep. So we should be able to have them fly in to support. And we should be able to attack now. The enemy's been routed, so we should be able to follow through with our attack. With our Marines and everything else. We weren't even able to use all of our tanks last time. Let's see what happens at our final battle. Okay, we're actually going to attack here. That's a pretty big area. Wow, that's... Oh, this is going to be quite the battle. Let's see exactly what forces we'll get. Which ones have the cohesion. Oh, boy. All right, it's only going to be infantry for now. That's going to be very interesting. We can actually skip the battle for this round and wait until we have all of our reinforcements instead of getting decimated. But if we spam, we might be able to get behind the enemy and might be able to cause some damage. Let's go ahead and have our fighters go up there. Remember, they have anti-aircraft, but we won't be able to fly all that way since we had to refit. Okay, let's have our tank forces go north. It's been quite the development this episode. So much going on in such a short time. Everything's pretty much refitted as needed. We'll just continue to do that plan at... yeah, we're low on points, so we'll just be very careful about how we use things here. 9 political points remaining. That's not enough for anything, really. Naval forces. We could probably reinforce the Navy here. If the enemy moves in the next 2 turns, we should be okay. If we skip this turn, though, we'll be kind of hurting from it because we will not have damaged the enemy. So I think we're going to fight that battle in the coming days, but we'll have to wait off on that for just a moment. Meanwhile, we can refit our ships for a possible naval battle, but we'll wait until the enemy makes their move. So we're going to wait on spending some points depending on who moves where. We won't need to spend here. This is totally fine. They can only attack with choppers, and we've got that covered. Here we've got plenty of forces, and our aircraft are defended and refitted, so we'll just save our points for future units or the Navy. Let's go ahead and take a look here. Actually, what if we click HQ? Oh, okay, that's the overall objective. Right, so... yeah, we're really going to need those tanks, I think, in order to withstand the enemy's onslaught. If we wait a turn, we can then use our tanks, which will be ZTZ-59Is, and there was another tank group with us as well, and Shimano Hose, which we've taken a lot of damage from. We only have 18 of those left after that battle, but we still have 40 tanks from the Chinese, the 2nd Tank Regiment coming up too. The Chinese broke through there. I was able to send them up, so that was a very good call. Very good call indeed. Alright, and of course we can push north, but we don't need to do that. What we need to do is hold these objectives as is, and we will hold these ports. That is fantastic. Alright, if the time comes, we'll be able to use the 21st Anti-Ship Squadron as well with these 2 ships, so the enemy's navy shouldn't be too much of a problem. And they're going to probably launch an attack here. I'm assuming this is probably like two ships and a landing craft as well that will probably attack us at Naval Sector Bravo. But they'll have to wait 2 turns in order to move in to attack us because that's just a huge distance to close. Let's see here. Let's see. Okay, well, I want to fight this battle, but it'll have to be in the next episode. So I will see you all for possibly the final episode of Bear vs. Dragon. I guess we'll see it play out. If you guys want to see more of this, remember to go ahead and hit that like button, and I'll see you all. Hopefully we are victorious on this one. Goodbye, take care, and I will see you all next time. Bye. Hold on a second. Did I say next time would be the final battle? No, let's do it now. Actually, when we go to Kalvarorovo, for whatever reason, the enemy seems to just simply retreat. So we have ourselves a complete victory. The Marines, the North Korean Marines and fighters arrive, and when we click Launch Battle to fight these enemies, boom, the enemy retreats. The 5th Guards Rifle Regiment, the 9th Anti-Tank Company, the 21st Guards Tank Battalion, and the 4th Anti-Air Company are all destroyed, and so are their aircraft. So we will see an end to this one. Boom. There goes their planes, there goes their tanks. Major! This is a magnificent total victory for the people of China. The Soviet troops have routed to escape from your assault. We will now negotiate in the strongest positions. Congratulations, General. Oh, we've been promoted. I want to be General So. I want to make some really good chicken. That's what I want to do. That's my goal. Well, this was a short one, but a good one. I think you can beat this one by turn 3 if you're fast enough just to get here. It seems like perhaps the AI is just told to surrender or something if you get to a certain point. I was hoping to see one final battle, but I guess that last battle was pretty good. I was still preparing for the enemy to see if they would counterattack. So I'm going to come back to this one, and let's see what happens if we change turns. Let's see what happens in that case. Alright, so let's see what happens if we end our turn here. We can easily win by just clicking... if we just literally launch the battle, it should just say win game, but let's go ahead and cancel this and go to the next turn, and let's see what happens. Oh, enemy forces send out their planes. Okay, interesting. And then we can fight. Looks like they'll invade the airfield again. But I think even, yeah, this. Wait a minute. This is the 17th Guards and the T-72s. Wow, so we won this one by just the skin of our teeth. If we would have waited one more turn, the enemy takes our reinforcement point, threatens Vladivostok, and could capture it. Ooh, wow, everything. We went all in on that one and won. We risked it for a biscuit. It was great. That is amazing. Wow. Any more time, and the Navy would have counterattacked at Vladivostok. Any more time, and they would have captured Kravitsovka and also Vladivostok, and also possibly threatened this area with their T-72. So more big battles would wait in front of us. I guess if I was slower, we would see more and more battles and a prolonged campaign, but also more loss of life and such. So really, to get more entertainment value out of it, I guess, you know, we have to do this in 18 days. We took it in 7. By turn 7, so technically that's 7 days according to them. So within a week, we took 2 Soviet airfields, a port, and then captured their other port as well. So we have a huge, significant advantage over the enemy. A total victory, as they said, but anyway, I guess to prolong it, I guess I'm so used to the North Korean campaign that there wasn't really much of a battle to wait on. So I guess if we had made some poor decisions, the enemy would counterattack here with heavy tanks, and their navy. So if you don't win by like turn 6 or 7, it's pretty much over. All right, well, again, goodbye. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.